Hey, what's going on, everybody? Boilon here, and happy Beta Ray build day. Yes, I know that Sylvie is on the front screen here. We are actually going to pull some core orbs. We're going to be spending some cores for Sylvie to get her unlocked. We're going to be doing some red star pulls. We're also going to be going back over the event updates that have happened over the last little while. Kind of double check what's going on with the Beta Ray build event, which is why it's Beta Ray build day, because I hope that you guys like blitzing, because that's going to be for the next 7 days, and all of that and more in this video. So if you're ready to go, everybody, let's boil this down. And before we get started, well, you know what, this was loaded. There we go. So one thing that I want to note is that the old Worthy Warrior web milestone from the day, yesterday, which was launched early, is still available. So I recommend claiming this within the next 3 hours. I'm actually going to double check to see whether or not the orb fragments from this from yesterday is actually going to give me points. And that's the reason why I held on to this and why I didn't finish it. I am looking to get 1100 energy spent on this, you know, this I don't know what you want to call this early one. And then that's going to go over to the new one as well. So I'm going to make sure that the milestone's actually up first, which it seems that it is. So we're going to claim this, and I want to see whether or not that actually gives me milestone points for the event, because I decided to wait. Some people decided to claim early, but because this went to 5 p.m., I think that this should still go against it, at least once I claim it down here. Let's see. Okay, we've claimed that. We'll get to that. Did I get the points? I did! Okay, that's great. So I will be able to get additional points, about an extra probably 4,000 points from the claiming of the Corbinite orb fragments, which I'm going to be doing up to 1100 energy. So I'll be doing that sometime after the video. And of course, make sure that that goes against the new one, which should be up there as well. Now, I did want to kind of open up the store really quick and see what any of the free claims would be for today or for the event, if it's there yet. It is. So we are going to get 1,000 for 7 days. So that's kind of interesting. I do want to kind of see how that might influence some of the numbers. So we're going to bring back up the event for Voyage's Scuttlebutt here really quickly. And I'm going to put in a new... I'm going to put it in here. I know that it's... there hopefully is a login calendar. Maybe there isn't. Maybe that this is what it is. But we can throw that in there, and then I'm going to add that in towards how much is left over. So we'll just subtract that. And now it's 93,000. So we're still looking at quite a bit of, you know, rotations to get the event item. It's down to like just a bit under 6. Maybe if you get really lucky, you know, you'll be able to do it quicker. And in terms of how many shards that's going to give you overall, it actually does bump the number up a little bit. But anyways, it's still going to be, you know, quite a bit to do that you're going to have to blitz. This is still not going to be super friendly. I'm going to delete that. Actually, I'll leave that in for just now. If there ends up turning to be an actual login calendar, I don't know if that's the case or not. Maybe somebody from the future can tell me whether or not that's actually happening or not, though. But anyways, yeah, Voyage's Scuttlebutt, you're going to have to do a lot of blitzing. The other thing, actually, really quickly, we'll claim that after, is this. There was a little bit of a blog post talking about the Bounty of Asgard and how that's going to be extended by a day, including the actual milestone and the store, which I think still goes a little bit extra, so that you can earn any compensation that's being sent out. Basically, you'll have time to spend those apples. They also are extending the Beta Ray Beatdown, aka the Beta Ray Bill showcase event, by 3 days, and now it's going to end on July the 30th, which is on Sunday at 2 p.m. So that's for those of us who are blitzing right now, trying hard to unlock Beta Ray Bill, so that you can actually do his challenge difficulty of his showcase, which is here. So you can do the challenge mode, and you can get all these additional rewards by getting them up to, I believe it's gear tier 13 for the purposes of this. And then, of course, today we're going to be unlocking Sylvie. And if I'm able to get Beta Ray Bill unlocked pretty quickly, and then I do the early unlock for Sylvie, which just started today, I guess I should start doing this, but I might just hold off, and I'll just do the challenge mode when I unlock her today and do that. Actually, you know what? It requires Beta Ray Bill. So I can't even do the challenge mode until I get Beta Ray Bill, even though I'm unlocking Sylvie today here in this video. So that's kind of funny, but I should be able to get to the Bifrost Showcase challenge mode once I unlock Beta Ray Bill. So if I do enough blitzing, if I blitz hard, maybe early on, and I get him unlocked, and then I can get him geared up so that I can do the challenge difficulty, because I'll have Sylvie, who is the last character. And I'm not sure if we actually know where Sylvie is actually going to get unlocked. I have the suspicion she's going to be the month-long for August, but that also doesn't make a lot of sense unless, you know, a lot of the shards are up front for her. Like, I don't know, you know, like they were for Vol, I guess. It doesn't say otherwise. It says an upcoming event. That's all we know, and because of the date that it is right now, we're at July the 24th, honestly, because normally the offer comes out a week before the character, I think that she's going to be a August unlock. I think that's kind of what we're looking at. There is how many days left of the Vol event? We have 10 days in the Vol event. So I that would put that at August the 3rd on Thursday, next Thursday, and so that's possible. But the first event would have to be on that date, and you know you'd have to unlock right away, you know, because we do have 14 days left on the Sylvie. You know what? That actually might make sense. There's 15 days on the Sylvie showcase, so yeah, that very well could be the case, is that everything's front-loaded for Sylvie. But anyways, let's get on to Sylvie for all the stuff we're talking about her. So we're going to be doing red stars first, because I do feel that that's probably the best thing to do in this. Actually, you know, before we do that, sorry, my bad. Let's just double check to make sure the drops are actually working properly. I want to see what kind of drops for Voyage of Scuttlebutt that we're kind of looking at. I should probably do a Blitz rotation. 30. So the minimum orb fragment drops for Star-Lord Annihilation was 20. So I want to see if that actually happens. I want to see if the numbers are up at all a little bit from this event over past events. They don't normally tinker with the numbers too much. I also do want to take a look at the orb itself as well to see whether or not it kind of lines up with the Star-Lord Annihilation orb with the 50 shards at the top. That's kind of what I was looking at. So maybe we've moved up to a 30 minimum drop. I'm not sure. I'm seeing 30s and 50s. There's a 75. Maybe it's not 20 minimum anymore. Maybe they bumped it up. So if that's the case, maybe the average has gone up slightly. I used to use a 60 fragment average, but that was back before when, you know, the drop rates were a little bit more generous than they have been in the last events. I'm not seeing a 20. So I don't know if I'm gonna go through all this because it's pretty boring to watch, but you know, Blitz rotations are boring. But you know, I will start tracking this, and maybe, you know, if I notice something, or if you guys notice something, let me know in the comments down below. The 30 seems to be kind of rare. It seems to be averaging around 50, though. You know, I'm getting a lot of 50s. I'm not getting that many 30s. I think I saw it once or twice so far, which is not a lot. So if the majority of the drops are 50 or higher, then actually so that's another 30 there. Then that could mean that the average is actually over 50. That it could be closer to like 60, you know, if we're getting mostly 50s, but we get the occasional 75s, that would even out somewhere to be around the 60 range, possibly. Maybe I'm just getting really lucky, or maybe I'm getting not so lucky. But yeah, I don't see the 20 drop anymore. Looks like they did improve it to 30, so that's positive. But overall, I would still say that you're going to still be needing to blitz quite a lot for this event item. I think it's going to be quite challenging there. I don't normally look at what blitz teams I'm actually going up against. I kind of just simulate. So we've done pretty much half of my teams right now. I'll come back to this after the video, though. So let me know what your luck has been so far on the orb fragments, because obviously that's going to impact how many blitz rotations that you're going to need to have to do for the Voyage of Scuttlebutt. It sounds weird to even say that, Scuttlebutt, but hey, you know, it is what it is. Okay, that's half my rotation. Okay, so not a lot, no 20s, looks like 30 and then 50. You know, actually, maybe they got rid of all the shitty drops because there used to be a lot of them going up the way. So let's go over to Sylvie anyways. And let's go open up some red star orbs, wherever the heck those are. I might go for a 5. I'm going to go for a 5. I'm not going to go for much higher than that. Some people have asked me, you know, what does it take for me to pull a 6 or a 7? I think if that's a character that I really, really, really love, that I'm maybe willing to spend money on, which is super rare. So otherwise, I normally stick to 5s and 4s. So I know it's not that exciting, but hey, let's see. You know, I should have checked to make sure she's actually in there first. I know we haven't had that problem in a while, but let's just double check that she is in there. Okay, she is in there. You never know, right? Because it's Marvel Strike Force. 5 on Dr. Voodoo. All these are going to be dupes. Really? Unless they're like a 6. Oh, well. That's not the 6 I was... Oh, it's an upgrade. Not that I really use Bionic Avengers anymore much. But there we are. An upgrade for Iron Man. There's very few upgrades, like I said, unless it's 6 or higher. You gotta be shitting me. What the F is this? 2 in a row for a 6 red star for a character of the same character twice. That is super rare. I should go and buy a lottery ticket. All right, can we try again? Can we get the character that we're looking for? I spent 5 orbs already. Not looking too hot here. Oh my god, all my 5s going out. Maybe I might have to pull a 6. Oh, wait. Oh, Miss Marvel. Is that an upgrade? Oh, okay. So some 6s will still be an upgrade for me. Oh, we're getting another one. Yes! Okay, great. So that took 8 pulls, I think, for me to get Sylvie. And it was an upgraded pull, so that's even better, actually. I didn't have to pull the 6 to get her. So, I actually got some upgrades. That's not too bad. So let's check that out really quick. Obviously, I don't have them at super high powers, but hey, it's a little bit of an upgrade for the places that I use them, I guess. Here's Miss Marvel, even though I think we're getting a brand new Miss Marvel, so this is going to go out the wayside pretty soon. But anyways, let's go to do Sylvie's orbs that should be in the store. Not that store, this store. So we have the Corbinite orb. Actually, let's check this out really quick. So Beta Ray Bill shards top out at 25. They're not even at 50. So this could be, there is the 2, of course, the 2 is always there. The estimated value of the orb could be less, actually, than what was suggested in the Star-Lord Annihilation orb. They had a 50 shard pull for Star-Lord, but now that seemed to have gone. You're going to average basically between 2 and 6, but more likely it's going to be 2 to 4, 2 or 4, because those are the primary drops. So it probably isn't too much different, honestly. Most of the time you're going to get a 2. So that's just how it is. These events never are not that generous in terms of, what their drops are. Where is the Sylvie orb? There we are, Enchanting Orb. So if there's a major difference on this, I will update via Discord. I normally do in my games announcement channel if things are massively different than what my numbers are. But otherwise, we'll do an update for that anyways, just to make sure that we're on the right track for in case the next time there's a Blitz event and we have those numbers. So I don't know how many shards I'm going to be pulling for Sylvie. I want to at least get an unlock. Luckily, she has a 45 shard unlock, and really that's all I need to do as far as getting her geared up and starting to gear her up now, because that's kind of why I'm unlocking her early. And if she is a month-long event, honestly, I don't want to wait 2 weeks to get her unlocked, so I am willing to spend cores to do this for free, which is great. Being able to save your power cores, because I don't actually spend a lot of my power cores outside of events, and I don't really do excess energy if I don't need to. So let's get this started. Of course, it has to be a 6 drop. After all of those elite pulls, I have a feeling that this is not going to go very well. But I should be doubling for the event, so that's something. Another 6. I get 5 points for every course spent, so this is like 3,000, maybe 3,300 points for the milestone every time I open one of these orbs, so that's something. Blue. We get a 10, so that's 22. We have not had the 5 free claim shards for Sylvie yet. I don't know if that's intended to be Friday or if they completely skipped out this character, because we had 5, I'm pretty sure, for every other character. So don't know why we didn't get it for Sylvie this past Friday. We should have. Let's go. We get another blue. We got a 12. That's good. That maybe saves me an orb there. So that's 34 shards. So let's see. Oh, another blue. Whoa, goddamn. You're joking. If I had that 5 free claim, it would have been that one. But we got to go one more. And of course, it's a 6. This is why you never spend money on these games to buy these orbs, because you always get some pretty terrible luck. And you're spending like quite a bit of money just for a low amount of shards. But I just did it because I wanted to get the unlock. And there we are. That's Sylvie unlocked here. Unfortunately, nothing really great. But we did get some pretty good red stars. I just don't think it's going to be... it's going to be a while before I actually get her to 6 red, and I don't think that's going to be very quick. I think we're going to be looking at probably about 6 to 9 months at least before that happens, depending on her availability in her shards. Now, the great thing about this, of course, is I think this is probably the best quality of life improvement. Now, what level is gear tier 13? I think 75 is 14, right? I'm just going to go to there for now. And I like the fact that I can just go straight upgrade, and we can do that, and then boom, bada bing, we got to gear tier 14 after it lags a little bit. But still, this is so much quicker than before, where I had to like pause the video and do that. Now, as far as what character or what ISO I want to put on her, honestly, I haven't put a lot of thought into it. I think a lot of it depends on the basic attack, right? Honestly. And so looking at that, reduce speed bar by 3%. Oh, it's because you need the upgrade as well. I don't think the Striker actually does it for all those targets, so that's a bit of an issue. I probably would use something else. I haven't actually put a lot of thought into it, I must be honest. So let me know in the comments down below. This is not, I'm not good with ISO guide videos. Let me know what you think I should do. I am going to put them in right now anyways because, you know, I have them, and so I might as well do that. But yeah, I'll be able to do this and do the challenge mode for Sylvie. No, wait, I can't, right? I said that in the beginning because I don't have Beta Ray Bill. God damn. So I'll have to do the regular story mode and then kind of wait for me to get Beta Ray Bill. I'll hopefully have to finish off my Blitz rotation and, you know, get him unlocked ASAP. So I can get him to gear 13 and eventually gear 15 so I can do the final bit of this. So if you do have the cores available, I do recommend getting an early unlock for Sylvie for a lot of reasons. Again, for the showcase is one thing, so you can start farming that early on, because there is going to be 15 days of farming Sylvie's showcase, which is a lot of stuff that you might be able to put into the challenge mode once you get Beta Ray Bill unlocked. So if you have the availability of cores to do this, I honestly recommend it. And then of course you'll be able to do the challenge difficulty for the finale of the showcase as well, which will give you a lot of additional rewards. So that's it, everyone. That's the video, and let me know how you're doing on the Voyager Scuttlebutt and Beta Ray Bill's unlock event. It's going to be a lot of blitzing this week for all of us. So that's the end of the video, and until next time, stay safe and healthy, and I'll see you all later. Boilon signing out.